We are here to diagnose a crank no start condition. I'm trying to find the right house. Looks like he got his driveway paved, but this is a Honda Odyssey crank no start. I'm gonna go over briefly how I diagnose things really quickly. I'm not used to having a paved driveway, so I think I missed it, but we're gonna turn around, get this diagnosed live, and show you guys how I go about doing a quick mobile repair. It's one of my better customers. Real nice guy, lives real close to me. I'm gonna go over here and we're gonna make this happen right now for everybody. I'm just gonna pull in, I guess. Good, now I can actually go down his driveway. I think this is it, I believe. Yep, must have paved it. I don't see the Honda back here like I usually do, so we're gonna pull on back and hopefully this is the right one. Yeah, I can tell. I can never get down his driveway. That's one way I can tell. So anyway, let's get this going. Honda Odyssey, crank no start. There it is. Actually, it's a no crank, no start, I think, is what's going on, because it's just clicking, basically. Usually that's a bad battery. We're gonna go ahead and make this happen. I think he may be inside. Good with me. Let's get going. Make it happen. First, I'm gonna pop this hood, go from there. Let's get going on it. And if you haven't, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Some more of these videos. All right, get this key. Where's the key at? This is the Honda. I've done numerous repairs on this Honda before. And there's the key. We'll see what we can make happen here. All right, we'll see what it sounds like first, and we'll go from there. All right, so here we go. And nothing right now. Let me see if I push the brake down. We got something else going on. We got nothing. We got a loose terminal connection. So, can y'all see this? How's it turn? We have nothing. $100. We got a loose terminal. $100. Who wants to bet me? It wants to bet me on this guy. I can almost guarantee it already. Earlier on the video, he sent me. It was a crank no start. It was just a crank kick. One of those guys. So no crank no start is what I should have tagged. My bad. Either way, we'll get it open and we'll go from here. Get the hood up and we'll see what's happening again. You can already see the problem if you look. I already see that. You see that? What do you think the problem is? Right there is your problem. You see? I guarantee you that's it. All right, give me a sec. I'm gonna go ahead and make this happen. I'm gonna make quick work of this guy. We got a good feeling. There's a little, put it right there, I guess. Give me a second. All right, hang on. There we go. So, if you can see, that's probably the issue. So, this is barely hanging in there. But it's pretty snug, actually. So maybe that's not the problem. Let's just get this one. That's not it either. So they both seem pretty tight. I don't like how that wire looks. Can you see that corrosion on that wire? Check it out. What's up, everybody? Let's check it out. Right there. You see all that corrosion? That could definitely cause it. Crank no start, because that goes down to your battery. Give it a little push, and we'll see if we can't see if this is the issue. Do you see how loose that is, too? Really poor setup there. I don't like who did that. I think you got it down at the AutoZone. Let's go ahead and move that around, see if we can make a better connection with this, and see if we can't kick it over. How you doing, Tim? How you been?
Good.
Good to hear. Good to hear. I think I found your problem already, maybe.
Really?
Possibly. We're gonna see real quick if I can get any start on this guy now. You still got nothing. All right, do me a favor. You want to hop in and try to crank it? I'm gonna try to play with this wire right here a little bit.
Okay. Which one is you're suspicious of? That one?
See how that corrosion right there, and it's just not real good.
Gotcha.
It's not really the best terminal situation.
Okay, he put a new terminal.
Yeah, do you see? Yeah, he didn't do a real good job. I would never have used this terminal. And you see that corrosion on there. Go ahead and see if you got any power when I press down this wire here. Turn the key forward and see if you got anything. I'm going to move this wire around.
Ready?
Yeah, you got any power at all inside? Any lights? Nothing still? You might have popped the fuse at this point. Let me get my battery checker. You got no power going to the vehicle at all. I don't like how that, looks. So, to have no power is something a little different, you know? More likely could be a fuse. Let me see here what's happening. Let me grab first I'm gonna check your battery. I don't think your battery's that dead. It's a brand new battery, right? I might have left that in there from last time for a wiping rag, but I wonder if he would have popped the fuse. To have no power blows my mind. And you got everything hooked up. He just did all this, right? And it was working?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago, maybe less.
Okay, and you've done anything since then. So you have no power, so it's not going to be your brake switch, right? That wouldn't make any sense to be a brake switch if you got zero power. inside the car. The brake switch, you still had power, right? When the brake switch went out, you would still have power inside. You just want to start. It would just crank, ying, 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 just no start, right? Or nothing.
Well, it did that, didn't, you know, a little bit crank, crank, crank. Not like a dead battery, though.
Yeah, it's
But
different.
then it kind of went totally dead after I did it so many times.
Yeah, you see, yeah, you might have killed the battery too. But you see how that sounds different than the video you sent me? It's got nothing right now.
Yeah, you're right.
It's got no power.
Right.
Maybe it's these bad batteries that I've been running around. And I mean, you got no lights inside. You got nothing happening. I think it might have popped a fuse. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and get my power probe out. Let me go check this out. So something's going on here, Funky. Let's see. How you been though? Good? That's good to hear. I haven't heard from you in a while. I see you got the driveway paved. I drove past it a few times. I was like, last time I couldn't fit down and I kept hitting the bushes with my truck. It was terrible. I saw it and I was like, yeah, that's nice. You got the driveway all paved up, looking good. All right.
You know this driveway cost a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
He tore up the old one.
Well, you got a long one, though.
Yeah.
You can get them done pretty good. They were going to do ours in my neighborhood a while back. I should have got it done, to be honest with you. I think they offered to do it for like $400, and I didn't do it. I didn't want to do it, but I should have did it now that I look back. That was a good price, $400. I was like, I mean, he was already right there. They're doing another driveway. That's the way to get it done, you know? So.
Just sprayed the top of yours. They didn't have to remove the old one.
Well, I didn't even have one down. It was just a regular driveway. We had everything going on. Let's see. So I'm gonna record this. I'm gonna try to get this thing going. Let me see. Let me get something to hold my phone up with. But yeah, I'll be honest. It was surprising to me how cheap he was gonna do it for. If you catch him in the neighborhood, that's the way to go about it. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can. All right. Get my power probe on it first. I'm gonna see how low this battery may be. Because this battery seems like, I mean,
It seems
to
like
me,
it's totally dead.
yeah, that's strange. Because the video you sent me, how long ago did you send me that video?
How long ago?
Yeah.
A day.
Okay.
Actually, this morning, I think I sent it.
Really?
And I took it yesterday. Or
Yeah.
The day before.
Okay. So, yeah, that's odd. We have nothing right now. So something's going on power-wise. Probably a blown fuse. Is what I'm thinking.
Huh.
Main fuse, because you should have some type of power, right? To have no power, that's very odd. You have nothing going on. So I'm gonna get my probe out. Let's just check this battery first. I'll check all your fuses and relays real quick.
Okay.
Let's see. Dang on, you still got no power. Sure, this is plugged in all the way. But that battery, wow. I got nothing. Hang on a second here. Let me grab my battery checker. My battery checker. I can't believe that battery would be that dead. You said you got this at advance, right?
Yeah.
That thing would be that dead.
Right up at short pump, broad and pump.
Yeah, I mean,
And
that battery, if it's not registering on my probe, that means the battery doesn't even have like 1%. I can't even find that believable. So let me just check it.
I initially called AAA and they came out and they said bad battery.
Okay,
So I took it to Advanced Auto
Oh, wow.
and they said bad battery.
look at that. That's crazy.
What does it say? Totally bad?
Yeah, you have no juice in this battery at all. Like, I don't even think the battery's just a bad battery. It's shot. So this is supposed to check. Can't even do a check on it.
No shit.
You got 0 volts on a 12-volt battery. 0 volts.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a shot battery. I've had a couple of these ran into lately. For you to have 0 volts, that's incredible.
Not unless somehow the braking stayed on, but we looked.
Possibly, but I don't think that would make your battery go to 0 volts. So 0 volts on this battery. Let me see if I can't send it some power and get it to start. Maybe I could have a little luck. Sometimes when they're that dead, I can't even juice it up. But yeah, I mean, oh wow. I did not think that was going to be the case. So no volts on this battery. So when my power probe doesn't light up, like I was telling you, you got to have 0 volts almost. Well, you can have under 2, my power probe won't kick on usually. So for that not to want to kick on, I knew right away there was a big problem. So I can guarantee you, this battery has seen better days, or it's just a faulty battery. Let's plug up this jump box real quick.
You know, when you first put it in, it started right up. And I drove it for 1 or 2 days and it started right up. And then it...
You know, I told you on the phone how they've been cutting corners, I think, on these batteries lately. And for this thing not want to kick over is unbelievable. Let's see if I can feed it any juice. Watch this. Want to hop in and try to crank it when I do this? I bet you it'll kick on at least. So, let me We got like 2 volts on a 12-volt battery. Let's see.
Maybe I should have you check the brake pedal too. But I
Yeah, we'll do that too. Go and push the brake pedal real quick. Let me just see. It probably won't light up now unless I feed the jump box. So hang on a second. Let me feed that jump box some power, and then I'm gonna have you kick on the back. So we'll feed the jump box power. All right, give me 1 sec. The lights come on in the car. All right, push the brake.
Hold on, I gotta get my. Oh, hit the brake. Okay.
There you go. Brake light's working now. Go ahead and try to crank her over. We'll see if she works. We're feeding you some juice. I think it's too dead to do it. It might be in the ignition, Tim. Did I leave it in there? I might have left it in that ignition, maybe. Oh, in the seat, okay. Let's see if it'll kick over now. It's so dead it probably won't, but.
Ready?
Yep. Wow, look at that. Fixed. Let it run. Bad battery. Give it a little gas, can't hurt. Yeah, that's fine. Turn that off. Turn it off all the way. Get it off. Just idle it up, help the alternator kick on. If for some reason that battery is done, it's dead, it may have a bad cell. It could be, but as I was telling you, I've seen this happen quite a bit lately, and they just have been kind of cheaply doing these batteries. Yeah, I want to make sure this thing runs for a little while, and I'll double check it. Well, that's no excuse for that battery to have 2 volts. That's a 1/6 of what the battery should have. You know, if it's just 12-volt battery, that's. Nah, I can tell you right now what they're going to do. They're going to be like, oh, we need to put it on a battery charger. And they make it hard. But they want to see if they can bring it back to life. But this is the problem. For that battery to have 2 volts, that's ridiculous. Even a bad battery, you know, it's like 8 volts usually if it starts to die. I don't care if you left the light on and everything else. Unless you have something drawing amperage here, or drawing, you know, even a parasitic drain would take a while. No lights are on inside, like any type of doors that are left on. Remember I fixed your door that time? None of these things are triggering nothing, right?
The first battery that went bad, kind of weird because the car was working fine, and I had driven it maybe 2 days before, 3 days before. I don't drive it that much, but then I came out one day, turned the key, and it just made that noise.
How old was that battery?
It was pretty old.
Yeah. So batteries last about 3 to 5 years,
Yeah,
on average.
And it was the same old battery, but I remember when you worked on it.
Yeah.
You kind of said, you know, the battery's getting old.
We charged it, right? I think we trickle charged your battery one time. I think I left my charge box. What do we call? Yeah. When you trickle charge them, they come back to life. It does a lot. You know, this may be what you may want to do. I don't like the fact the battery was that low. That's a problem. So, you just leave it running. Just let it idle. I would just let it idle. It won't. If it cuts off, you got another problem. I'm gonna look over your pulleys too. So just let it idle for me for a second. I'm gonna check out his pulleys to make sure. Oh, pulleys locking up. So Michigan State. All right, so check out the pulley system over here. They all look okay. Nothing's. That was a little loose, maybe. That pulley right there, it could possibly be an issue, but I don't think so. For that battery to be completely dead like that, kind of strange. It's pretty smooth. Yeah, I think that battery just is not a good battery. I am surprised that my jump box even let it take over and charge, because usually that doesn't work well. I'm gonna peek down here. What is that? It's like a frog down there. It is a frog.
There is a problem?
Yeah, there's a frog.
There's a frog?
Yeah, I said that looks like a frog, and it is a frog. Look at that thing. Let me see. That's crazy. There's a frog right down there. You see that guy? Let me see. Right there. I swear. Is that not a frog?
I don't see it.
Right there's a frog, I believe. Man, my vision's not that great, but I swear that's a frog right there. You see that guy right there, kind of on that thing right there? Yeah, it's a frog.
How about that?
I was like, am I seeing things? I was like, that looks like a frog, but it is a frog on your car. Maybe it's draining your power somehow. I'm just kidding.
Holy cow, look at that.
It's just frog hanging out. Hopefully it doesn't jump up into that pulley.
Damn.
Yeah, that's weird.
I mean, it couldn't cause you bad.
Nah, I'm teasing with you.
Yeah.
It scared me. I was like, what the heck is that thing? It looks like a tarantula.
I know you said squirrels scary. I remember that.
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind frogs anymore. Squirrels always attack. It's kind of wild, but yeah, that's really odd. But the frog just to still be hanging out there is kind of very strange. It may get hot in a moment. Hope it doesn't jump up into the pulley. Seen better days. That's really odd. There's a frog hanging out.
Do you think it makes sense I go get the receipt and you follow me over to the van and I have the guy come out and
let me.
Hey, here's my mechanic and it's a bad
I can tell you right now because I've dealt with these guys before. They're still going to be like, for your warranty, they have to sit there and have to put it on thing, have to do this. They make you do it. It's really ridiculous, you know. This is the way I would probably do it. They might do it because they know me up there. This is one of the short pump, right there, right down the road.
Yeah, a pump and broad.
Yeah, I remember I put that towel in there for last time to check your oil. Yeah, it's a pump and broad. So let me see. They know me, but for them to want to, let me see alternators doing properly.
Okay.
Let me see if that's at least.
I did have him test the alternator when I was there.
Should be fine because if not, it would have kicked back out already. So your car also has to perform the relearn. So you want to let this car run until it idles. If you don't, it's not good. So this has to actually heat up all the way and cycle for the car to run properly. Remember when I did all those sensors? We figured that out. I could not get the car to run right until we got the sensors done. Yeah. So right now you can tell we're jumped all the way up to overdrive, which is 14 point something volts. Because it means your battery's not good. So your alternator is in overdrive right now. So if I put a draw on it, it's going to strain this engine, right? But let's see if your alternator is working. This is a manual tester. I love it. It works great. Look at that. Good charging system. Alternator is definitely good. This is my favorite little tester. This thing in the back heats up. So it's like I put a bunch of draw on the vehicle is what I do. It's like turning on all your power and everything. So it just tests it. It's like an old school way to test, but it works great on a little bit older vehicles. It really does. Yeah, so this is what's going on. You definitely got a battery that's no good. I'm not sure why it's no good, but I'm going to let it run for a little bit. I'm going to let this vehicle heat up for about 5 minutes. I'm going to let it get the temp so we can cycle because that's how you perform your relearn. And then if it starts back up, then great. But
great meaning it'll work tomorrow again?
Maybe, but doubt it. It shouldn't have been that low. Triple check all your lights inside. Make sure all your doors are shut. Remember how you had that door problem that one time? If it thinks the door's on, it could pull a parasitic drain. But to die all the way down like that to 1 or 2 volts, that's kind of unbelievable. So, 1,000%. This is a bad battery. And on these Honda Odysseys, you want to let this vehicle, you want to let it run, get up to temp.
You rarely open any door other than the driver door. Anyway.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. What do I have to do with that door? Move around the little knobs in there or something and get it to connect right?
Yeah. You remember that? Yeah.
I'm pouring them back out. I got a pretty good memory. I remember a lot of stuff. Yeah, but I mean, everything looks okay.
Okay.
Other than the battery, you know. And you said you got the battery done after the brake switch, right? I'm gonna check out the brake switch real quick for you too. Well, I got a second. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna see.
I can tell you a day I got a wreck.
Hasn't been that long though. So what happens is too, sometimes these batteries sit on the shelf for a while, and they aren't worth a heck. So we poured a draw on the battery. The alternator runs good. What we're gonna do is we're gonna check over. I'll leave that out because I need it. Everything looks good over here. I worked on this car a while back. I replaced a lot of this stuff. All these sensors, if you replace them, they got to be brought up to a certain temp to work properly. These are all connected pretty good. That's a little loose. But it's not bad. I thought that was it when I saw it, a little corrosion. But that wouldn't make anything happen, I don't think, like what I saw earlier, you know?
Yeah.
Such an odd thing. It's the day before my birthday.
Okay.
And if that frog isn't moving, it's just hanging out. It's still down there. Such an odd thing. Yeah, so that would be about 23 days ago, I believe. My quick mental math is correct. About 23 days, maybe?
Well,
maybe not even 23, maybe like 19. All right, so we're running pretty decent right now. All right, no lights are on. Oh, you know what, Tim?
let me see.
Oh, you only have one light that works in here, or?
Yeah, I think it's the bulbs burned out, but I'm not positive.
Yeah.
I'm pretty.
Yeah, it's definitely a bulb. I'm making sure the light wasn't turned on. Let me shut the door for 1 second. I'm gonna see if it turns off. Is all. All right, that guy's on. It might have been because of me though. So now it's back here on. Nothing on I can see. Yeah, I think I turned that light on with my hand because I seen it on. So if you shut the door, it shuts off. So, but that should not make this thing die down like it did. That battery size. I'm gonna check the brake out real quick. So do me a favor, just push the brake down one time. Let me take a peek at these brake lights. Okay, let off. All right, that's working good. So you did a good job with that. Let me take a quick peek underneath here. I'm gonna look at it myself to make sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Ain't gonna be any type of
Loose or something.
Yeah, sometimes it can have a wiring issue.
It's a little white thing,
Yeah,
know
watch
exactly.
that door. I don't want it to hit anything. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just don't want to mess your door up. Take a peek in here. All right, let me see. Yeah, I know what it is. I've seen these quite a few times. So this brake switch is right here. And what happens is a little bushing falls off the thing, right? Oh, you got that little white guy. That's actually neat. I've never seen one quite like that. So this bushing, what'll happen is if that don't make a connection, it's good. This switch, so I'm hitting it myself. So if you go back there and look at the brakes, Tim, is it going on and off? That's how you check these. You push it with your finger. You push it. That's me pushing the button with my hand. So that all looks good. It looks good. I've actually replaced a few of these myself. You can just...
The little white thing is in there solid.
Yeah, it's
not
perfect.
loose or anything.
Perfect. Yep. None of that's the problem. That's perfect. Yep. Nothing with that. 100% perfect. It's 1,000% perfect, actually. So for it to fall off would mean... Yeah, so it would mean... Yeah, it would mean your brake lights would stay on. Yep. They would stay on. Because...